Good morning. Welcome back to yet another session of informatics. In our last class, we discussed content repositories and institutional repositories. After that, we also discussed general repositories, social science, humanities, humanities. So, I think if you remembered well what it is content repositories, then we also discussed the portals and gateways. In that, we talked about IIEP UNESCO, then Merlot, MERLOT, OER Commons, OpenCourseware Directory, OpenCourseware Finder, Resource Discovery Network. Okay, these are the portals and gateways. We already studied it in detail. After that, we went through institutional repositories. I think all of you remembered well what are the institutional repositories. Blue Webin homepage, Iconex Learning Objects Repository, JORUM, MIT OpenCourseware, Maricopa Learning Exchange, Monterey Institute of Technology and Education, National Repository of Online Courses, OpenLearn, SchoolNet, UNU OpenCourse, then World Lecture Hall. After that, we went through general repositories. Have you remembered general repositories? Yes, in that we can see that there are three general repositories. First one is LabSpace, second one Textbook Revolution, then the third one is Wisconsin Online Resource Center. Okay, then we move to the next topic, that it is social science. Then we already understood only one repositories we can see here based on social sciences, that it is Institute Social Sciences Gateway. After that, we went to the next topic, that it is humanities. In the case of humanities, we have seen three repositories. Those are Digital Scriptorium, Humble Humanities Hub, then Institute Arts and Humanities. All these topics we already discussed in detail in our last class. Okay, so all of you please ready with the page number 297. Okay, so we can move to the next topic, that it is stand-alone digital media resources. There is no doubt we are speaking about the repositories. Okay, so we are moving to the next subject, that it is stand-alone digital media resources. Okay, in digital media resources, we can see that there are so many repositories. The first one is Educational Podcast Directory. Educational Podcast Directory. What it is? Educational Podcast Directory. So, it is an index of educational podcasts ordered by educational level and or language. So, it is also based on language or education. Okay, we can see that we can use the it is an audio digital audio file made available on the internet for downloading to a computer or mobile device, that it is podcast. So here educational podcast directory, an index of educational podcast ordered by educational level or language. Then we move to the next one, that it is Flickr. Have you remembered Flickr? Actually, we discussed what it is Flickr in our first class in the sense relating the content repositories. We already talked about two examples, Flickr and YouTube. Have you remembered? Okay, then we are going to speak about Flickr. Okay, Flickr is photo distributed classification system. It is useful for managing and sharing photos over the internet. If users want to use a photo of another photographer, if they have created an account, they can contact each other through the Flickr intranet. Free user accounts include up to 20 MB of monthly upload bandwidth. Any user can comment photos and only the photographer is able to tag his or her photos. Flickr is owned by Yahoo. So these are the points relating Flickr. I think all of you got the points relating Flickr. Actually, through this Flickr we can share the photos. Then we can see that free user accounts include up to 20 MB of monthly upload bandwidth. Then Flickr is owned by Yahoo. Then here only the photographer is only able to tag his or her photos. That is the another speciality of Flickr. Okay, so it is very important, so you should go through the points well. Okay, then we can move to the next topic, that it is free sheet music. Then what it is free sheet music? From the word music itself we can assume that what it will be. Okay, so free sheet music, distribution of more than 3,60,000 free sheets of music. They are in different formats. The formats PDF, GIF, JPEG, etc. There are thousands of pieces. You can add new sheets. The sheets are organized by runner, instrument or compositor. Underline that point. They also provide links to other sites with the free sheets. So we can see that free sheet music, it is music, it is relating music, and even through these repositories we can distribute more than 3,60,000 free sheets of music. That is very important. Then they are using different formats. What are the formats they are using? Yes, PDF, GIF, JPEG. These are the formats they are using in free sheet music. Then we can see that there are thousands of pieces. Then actually these are organized by runner, instrument or compositor. At the same time they also provide links to other sites with the free sheets. Okay, so these are the points relating free sheet music. Then we can move to the next topic, that it is Chapel of Bond Street. Chapel of Bond Street. Then what it is Chapel of Bond Street? Actually it is library of over 50,000 contemporary and rare pieces of sheet music. It is also connected with music. I repeat the repository's name, Chapel of Bond Street. It is also relating music. We can see that through these repositories we will get more than 50,000 contemporary and rare pieces of sheet music. Okay, they are available to order through the post. Then we can order these sheets through the post. There are thousands of pieces. These are the 3 points relating Chapel of Bond Street. Is it clear? It is also relating music. We will get more than 50,000 contemporary and rare pieces of music. Then here it is available through the post, and there are thousands of pieces in this Chapel of Bond Street. Okay. Then we are going to the next one, that it is Furl. It is a free service that saves a personal copy of any page you find on the web and lets you find it again instantly by searching your archive of pages. So it is helpful for us to search it very easily. Okay, so it is also free service. So we can save the pages for another purpose. That is the speciality of Ferl. Okay. Once again I repeat, it is a free service and we can save the personal copy, then it will make our searching very easy. Then next point, it is your personal web. Then Ferl offers the best ways to share the content you find on the web and recommends new web pages that may interest you. Then through this Ferl we can easily share the content. At the same time it will recommend the web pages that may interest. Then you can also search Ferl to find the best sites that other people are saving. I already told you they will recommend new pages that may interest. At the same time it will give the result the best sites that other people are saving. So these are the main points relating Ferl. I repeat, it is a free service. It will help us to save a personal copy of any page and it will make the searching very easily. We can call it as our personal web. Through this Ferl we can share the content and it will recommend the web pages that may interest you. At the same time it also gives the best sites that other people are saving. Okay, so these are the points relating Ferl. Then we are moving to the next one, that it is LibriVox. LibriVox. What it is LibriVox? LibriVox volunteers record chapters of books in the public domain and release the audio files back onto the net. Their goal is to make all public domain books available as free audio books. Nowadays I think it is very good. Actually many of us are very busy, so instead of reading a particular book we can listen the audios. It is possible through this LibriVox. What it is? LibriVox. Okay, so once again I repeat the same point. Their goal is to make all public domain books available as free audio books. You don't forget it, it is actually free. It is a free audio books. It is a volunteer open source free content public domain project. So you don't forget the name of this repository, that it is LibriVox. Then we can move to the next one, that it is the Educational Podcast Network. What it is? The Educational Podcast Network. Education Podcast Network is an effort to bring together into one place the wide range of podcast programming that may be helpful to teachers looking for content to teach with and about and to explore issues of teaching and learning in the 21st century. Actually, the Education Podcast Network, it will be very helpful for teachers. How? It will help the teachers for looking content to teach with and about to explore issues of teaching and learning in the 21st century. So that it is the Education Podcast Network. It is for teachers. It will give the guidelines how to handle the situations in a class for a teacher. Okay, so we can move to the last one, but I think it is very familiar for you, that it is YouTube. There is no need to give an explanation about YouTube. Am I right? Okay, anyway, we can go through the textbook. YouTube, free online video streaming service that allows users to view and share videos that have been uploaded by the members. Users can add videos, comments and tags if they have an account created. It is also a distributed classification system. Definitely we should make a account. Through that we can use the YouTube and we can share we can add the videos, we can comments, we can give the comments. Then we can also tags if we have an account created. Okay, so these are the main topics we are discussing based on stand-alone digital media resources. Okay, that is our main heading, stand-alone digital media resources. In that we already identify first one, education podcast directory. It is based on the language or educational level. Okay, next one is Flickr. When you hear the word Flickr, definitely you should remember it. It connects with the photography. We can upload or share the photos, but the photographer is able to tag his or her photo. Okay, next one is Free Sheet Music. So it is easy to remind you. It is connecting with the music. We will get 3,60,000 free sheets of music. It may be PDF, GIF, JPEG. And we will get thousands of pieces through this. Okay, next one is Chapel of Bond Street. It is also relating music. Through this we will get 50,000 contemporary and rare pieces of music. The next one is Furl. I think all of you remembered Furl well. It is actually very free service. Through that we can save our personal copy of any page and it will make our searching very easy, and we can call it as a personal web. Through this okay, it will give a list of web pages that may interest you. At the same time it will introduce you the best sites that the other people are saving. These are the main points relating Furl. Okay, then we can move to the next one, that it is LibriVox. Have you remembered LibriVox? Through this LibriVox we call public domain books available as free audio books. That it is LibriVox. The next one, the Education Podcast Network. It is for only teachers because they will get the proper guideline how to manage the class and how to teach, and they will giving the exact idea of teaching and learning in the 25th century. The last one, but it is very familiar for you, that it is YouTube. Okay, so we can move to the next topic. What it is the next topic? Community developed content. That is the next main topic, community developed content. Okay, in that first one is connect via books. You start by creating a list of books you like. Definitely when we are taking our favorite books list, definitely we can give the number. According to that we can make a list. Using this list, the site will introduce you to discussions you may want to engage in as well as the other members you may want to connect with, because the system understands that books are related in different ways. So through these repositories, connect via books, we will get the list of books. We already knew it, different ways of books are related in different ways. Those are fiction, non-fiction, topical, genre, writer, age, type of plot, scientific area, etc. Like that we can categorize the book. So it can connect you to discussions that may be of interest to you, even if the books discussed are not exactly the same as the ones you have on your book list. The same goes for connecting you with other members. The system can introduce you to others who share your interest even if you haven't read any of the same books. This is usually a great way to get recommendations for new books. I think all of you got the idea clearly. connect via books means maybe we didn't go through the particular book, but even you are interested in that category, it may be fiction or scientific area, whatever it is, by reading the title itself we can assume the book, we can share your own thoughts about the book. And through your comments you can connect with the other people who are interested in such books. Okay, so we will get a connection through the books. So it is a golden opportunity to speak about your favorite books, even you don't read it or you read it. Okay, so that it is connect via books. The next one is connections. Connections, it is a rapidly growing collection of free scholarly materials and a powerful set of free software tools to help authors publish and collaborate, instructors rapidly build and share custom courses, learners explore the links among concepts, courses and disciplines. Authors in connections are clearly identified. This sort of academic credit is important to many authors and is often prerequisites for them to participate. Moreover, having a named author authenticates the work with which helps out later with quality control. The connection project team is from Rice University. Okay, so it will be very helpful for authors and actually it is a free scholarly materials and a powerful set of free software tools. I already told you it will be very helpful for authors. Authors for publishing and collaborate, the instructors rapidly build and share custom courses, and learners also explore the links among concepts, courses and discipline. So these are the main points relating connections. Okay, then the other important point, this project team it from Rice University. Okay, then we are moving to the next topic, that it is DIG. What it is DIG? Okay, DIG is a user driven social content website. Underline that point. It is a user driven social content website. After you submit content, other DIG users read your submission and dig what they like best. So definitely when we post anything, we will get the comment relating that post. So like that here, when you submit anything in DIG or through DIG, the other DIG users they started to read the submission and dig what they like best. If your story rocks and receives enough digs, it is promoted to the front page of the millions of DIG visitors to see. Like that, many diggers, they started to read your submission and they feel it is the best one, and they will promote it to the front page of the millions of DIG visitors to see. Okay, so we will get the maximum publicity through it. The possible subjects are, but you know, actually through this DIG we can submit the subjects relating technology, science, world and business, sports, videos and entertainment. Underline that point. These are the main subjects we can see in DIG. Based on these subjects, which are the subjects? Technology, science, world and business, sports, videos and entertainment. Based on these subjects, we can submit the documents and the other diggers, they started to read it and maybe according to your performance they dig what they like best. Okay, so when they feel it is good, definitely your submission will be promoted to the front page for the millions of DIG visitors to see. I think all of you understood what it is DIG. Okay, then we can move to the next one, that it is Open Up. what it is. Open Up. Okay, Open Up is a blog, podcast and community dedicated to promoting open education worldwide. So it is a blog, then it is a podcast. At the same time, this community dedicated to promoting open education worldwide. The goal is to create a free library of 1,000 electronic textbooks for students in the developing world. That it is their main goal. So underline that point. Open Up's main goal is to create a free library for library of 1,000 electronic textbooks for students. Okay, so the library will cover the range of topics typically encountered in the first 2 years of university's undergraduate programs. So definitely it is the beginning stage, so it is focused on the undergraduate program. Then the global academic community and global corporations will be engaged in creating and sponsoring the library. So who are behind this project, behind this Open Up? Who are? Yes, it is global academic community and global corporations. So if you got the points relating what it is, Open Up. Okay, Open Up, it is a blog, podcast, community dedicated to promoting open education worldwide. They actually their main goal, that is very important, main goal is to create a free library of how many books? Yes, 1,000 electronic textbooks for students in developing world. That it is their main goal. Okay. And they are focusing to the undergraduate program. Behind this screen we can see that the global academic community and global corporations. So these are the main points relating the topic Open Up. Then we can move to the next one, that it is LayMill. LayMill. What it is LayMill? Web community for finding, authoring and sharing open and free learning resources and open source server software for setting up and having your own LayMill site. Design with and for school teachers. Actually LayMill, it is mainly for the school teachers. It is a web community. Through this we can finding, authoring and sharing the open and free learning resources. Through this we can share, find and also author the free learning resources and open source server software. Okay, it is mainly for school teachers. Then we can move to the next one, Wiki Educator. Wiki Educator. Unfortunately, the textbook didn't given the details about Wiki Educator. So you please note down the points. Okay. So I will explain it very slowly. So it is easy for you to write down. Okay, are you ready? Wiki Educator. Wiki Educator is a dynamic and exciting community of educators. It is a dynamic and exciting community of educators, an international online community project for the collaborative development of learning materials. I repeat, Wiki Educator is a dynamic and exciting community of educators, an international online community project for the collaborative development of learning materials. It is also free to use, adapt and share without any restriction. That is the another speciality of Wiki Educator. It is completely free and we can share all the things without any restriction. Okay, then Wiki Educator, it was launched in 2006. I think all of you noted down all these points. Once again I repeat. Okay. Wiki Educator is a dynamic and exciting community of educators, an international online community project for the collaborative development of learning materials. It is free to reuse, adapt and share without any restriction. It was launched in 2006. Okay, so these are the main points relating Wiki Educator. Then we are moving to the next topic, Wikipedia. I think all of you are very familiar with Wikipedia. Am I right? Okay. Then what it is Wikipedia? It is content management system that allows users through a wiki to create an encyclopedia collaboratively written by many of its readers. Millions of articles in several languages. So through Wikipedia we will get a lot of articles, lot of information and actually through this Wikipedia millions of articles in several language are available and create an encyclopedia collaboratively written by many of its readers. Okay, that it is Wikipedia. Then we are moving to the next topic, that it is Wikiversity. Wikiversity. Wikiversity project devoted to learning resources, learning projects and research for use in all levels, types and styles of education from preschool to university, including professional training and informal learning. Okay, so Wikiversity, actually Wikiversity project devoted to learning resources, learning projects and research for use in all levels, types, styles of education from preschool to university. Actually it is mainly focusing for the students. It will be helpful for the students to understand in detail about learning resources, projects, research and types and styles of education from preschool to university. Okay, actually it is also including professional training and informal learning. So these are the points relating Wikiversity. The last one in this section, that it is Wikibooks. Wikibooks is a Wikimedia community for creating a free library of educational textbooks that anyone can edit. Actually Wikibooks is a free Wikimedia community and it is a free library of educational textbook. But another important point, anyone can edit these books. That is the speciality of this Wikibooks. So the 3 points you should keep in your mind relating Wikibooks. So our fifth main topic, content repositories, it's over. Okay, content repositories. Through the content repositories we mention what it is content repository. Then we talked about portals and gateways. In that we already discussed the IIEP UNESCO Wiki of OER repositories, MERLOT, OER Commons, Open Courseware Directory, Open Courseware Finder, Resource Discovery Network. Then we talked about the second subtopic, institutional repositories. In the institutional repositories, we talked about Blue Webbing homepage, Iconix Learning Object Repository, JORUM, MIT Open Courseware, Maricopa Learning Exchange, Monterey Institute of Technology and Education National Repository of Online Courses, OpenLearn, SchoolNet, UNU, OpenCourse, World Lecture Hall. Then the next topic, after that we discussed the third subtopic, general repositories. In that we discussed the lab space, textbook revolution, Wisconsin Online Resource Center. Then the fourth topic was social science. In that we met only one repositories, that it is Institute Social Sciences Gateway. Then we went to the next subtopic, humanities. Under the title humanities, we also discussed digital scriptorium, humble humanities hub, Intude arts and humanities. Then we moved to the next topic, that it is standalone digital media resources. In that we discussed educational podcast directory, Flickr, Free Sheet Music, Chapel of Bond Street, Pearl, LibriVox, the Educational Podcast Network, and YouTube. Then the last topic, that was community developed content. In that we discussed about what it is Connect via books, connections, dig. Then Open Up, Lemel, Wiki Educator, Wikipedia, Wikiversity, Wikibooks. So I think all of you understood all these subtopics and the main topic, what it is content repositories. So go through the textbook well, definitely it is easy for you. Okay, then we can move to the next sixth main topic, that it is web directories. What it is a web directory? A web directory, it is a directory on the World Wide Web. I think all of you are very familiar with what it is World Wide Web. So actually it is a directory on the World Wide Web. We can simply say it is an online or catalog of online list. It is an online list or catalog of websites. Simply say it is an online list or catalog of websites. So through these web directories we will get the details of the websites. So it specializes in linking to other websites and categorizing those links. That is the main duty of directories. A web directory is not a search engine and it does not display list of web pages based on keywords, but it is not arranged based on the keywords. Instead, it lists websites by category and subcategory. When you are searching for a web directory, definitely in that web directory we can see that all the things listed based on the category and subcategory. Most web directory entries are also not found by web crawlers but by humans. The categorization is usually based on the whole website rather than one page or a set of keywords, and sites are often limited to inclusion in only a few categories. So I told you the lists it lists websites based on the category and subcategory. So the categorization, it is based on the whole website, not by taking a particular page. Okay, so web directories often allow site owners to directly submit their site for inclusion and have editors review submission for fitness. Through these web directories, definitely they are giving the permission for site owners to directly submit their site of inclusion and also editors to review submission for fitness. That means it is easy to use. Okay, so most of the directories are very general in scope and list websites across a wide range of categories, regions and languages. So it is available, it has a wide range of categories, regions and languages. But there are also some niche directories which focus on restricted regions, single languages or specialized sectors. At the same time, we can also notice the niche directories. Underline that one. In that niche directories, they are only focused on restricted regions, single languages or specialized sectors. Okay, so in this niche directory, with a large number of sites in existence in the shopping directory, for example. So what it is the example for niche directory? That it is a shopping directory. Okay, then actually through in symbol language we can discuss it is web directories that focuses on a specific subject. Okay, so niche directory, it is a web direction that focuses on a specific subject. So example for niche directory, it is shopping directories. In the case of shopping directories, specialize in the listing of retail e-commerce sites. Okay, so that 2 points also you please underline. Then we can move to the next one, next title, that it is directories have various features in listing. I already told you how it is categorizing. So based on these points it is listing. The first one is free submission. There is no charge for the review and the listing on the site, it is completely free. So the first feature in listing, that it is free submission. Then reciprocal link. Reciprocal link means a link back to the directory must be added somewhere on the submitted site in order to get listed in the directory. Definitely we should add the link back to the directory. It is compulsory. The next one is paid submission. We also found there is free submission. Then we are speaking about the paid submission. In this paid submission, a one-time or recurring fee is charged for reviewing or listing the submitted link. Through this paid submission, definitely they are charged one-time or recurring fee. The next one is no follow. No follow, that means there is a rel, that means no follow attribute associated with the link, meaning search engines will give no weight to the link. That is by no follow. Okay, so that means there is no weight to the link. The next one is featured listing. So the link is given a premium position in a category or other sections of the directory, such as the home pages, sometimes called sponsored listing. It is also known as sponsored listing, but it is featured listing. Okay, the next one is bid for position. In the bid for position, where sites are ordered based on bids. Bids means submission. Bids means submission. The last one, affiliate links. What it is affiliate links? Where the directory earns commission for referred customers from the listed websites. That it is affiliated links. So these are the features in listing. Okay, what are the things? Free submission, reciprocal link, paid submission, no follow, featured listing, bid for position, and affiliate links. Okay, so directory and the Open Directory project, DMO said, is significant due to its extensive categorization and large number of listing, and it is free availability for use by other directories and search engines. The another speciality, it is very free in the case of directory and the Open Directory project. Its short form is DMO said. It is completely free and free availability for use by other directories and also the search engines. World's top 40 web directories already listed below. So you just go through it, all these world famous 40 web directories. So you will get the idea about what are the famous web directories. Page number 302. Okay, so by this topic, web directories, we are wind up in this section. So I think all of you understood all these things. You should go through the textbook well. Thank you.